it's me, Canadensis, and today I'm so excited because finally my Monster High 6-pack has arrived. I had to order this blind. I had no idea what it was. It just said Monster High 6-pack. It was like $120 on Walmart.com, and I'm so excited that I ordered it. Let's see who we got. So, first we have Toralei. Let me angle the camera up a little bit, and then Frankie, Draculaura, Cleo, Claudine, and Deuce, all from the new Monster High reboot. Let me fix the camera a little bit so that y'all can see. I am specifically so excited about this set because Toralei is included, and here's the box art. You can see that it's called Ghoul Spirit, and we already looked at all the characters, but let's look at them a little closer. Here's Frankie, and I do not have them at all for Monster High G3 yet, so it's pretty exciting. And then this is now my second Draculaura, and my second Cleo, and I will link my other Monster High G3 reviews in the description of Draculaura and Cleo, the kind of like core looks for them. And then here's my first Claudine, and she's so cute. And Deuce, who looks amazing. I'm not a big boy doll person, but like, he looks awesome. This is what the back of the box looks like, and this is so exciting to me because if you guys didn't know, I started collecting dolls because of Monster High, and I just remember so vividly getting my first Monster High pack, which was the Skull Shores 5-pack, and it was just such a cool experience. I actually kept the box and the back card for all this time because I just loved it so much. And this is what this one looks like. So it's just photos of the dolls. I wish that it was art because I actually really like the new artwork style, but it's okay. And it says, "We've got spirit." Oh my god. "We've got Ghoul Spirit, how about you?" We've got Spirit, yes we do, we've got Spirit, how about you? And then Draculaura and Toralei lead the Fear Leaders in a fantastic cheer as Claudine and the Casketball team score a victory. Cleo, Frankie, and Deuce cheer from the crowd, ready to haunt after the game. Tenemos espíritu espeluznante, ¿y tú? Yeah, I butchered that, but it's okay. Anyway, let's get this out of the box for real this time. Unboxing time lapses are fun to watch, so I'm gonna keep doing them. It's pretty easy. You just have to cut a couple of pieces of tape and then go for it. It's hard to cut the ties that are in the back of their heads, and they're in there super good, but that was the only thing that caused me any trouble. So, you know, it's just cutting rubber bands. That's how you open dolls. Yeah. Toralei, baby, come out. Everyone is out of the box, and this is what they look like. I have to say that the ones that I'm immediately impressed by are Draculaura, Toralei, and Frankie. They are so, so cool. So everybody comes with some kind of little storytelling accessories. So Toralei comes with the Megaphone, and we'll take a closer look at all of these. Draculaura's, I think, are meant to be the pom-poms. Deuce has, I think it's a mask. In the box photo, he's just holding it, but I'm pretty sure it's meant to be like a little mascot thing, which is so funny. I love that. And then Claudine comes with the casket ball and the glasses, so you could give the casket ball to Deuce too, like, because they're both playing casket ball. And then we have Cleo with a little flag and Frankie, and they have this like foam finger thing. This is really cool. I like that they all come with different things, because like, remember those Fear Leading packs? Specifically the one that came with the Werecats, and all of them came with cardboard pom-poms and megaphones. So there wasn't really a lot going on with that. So this is really cool that you get like Fear Leaders, basketball players, and then just some friends that are sitting in the crowd supporting their friends, and they all come with different little things. I think that's so cool. So let's take a look at all of the dolls. So I'm going to start with Toralei because she's my favorite. It's time for the Supreme. We're going to be looking at Toralei. Toralei is so special to me. She was the reason that I started collecting Monster High, and thus the reason that I started collecting dolls in general. I love her character and her dolls so much. So I am so excited that she seems to be part of the like core cast in the new Monster High. She made it into this pack over Laguna, which is saying something. And Toralei's redesign is beautiful. They did such a good job capturing her character, but still like giving her a refreshed look. So we're gonna start here at the face. So the things that have changed here is that the stripes have now moved. They're up here on the forehead. And then she has a beauty mark, which is quite interesting. And then she doesn't have that like half darker orange thing to her face. I really, really love her new face. I think she looks so pretty. And she has green eyes and green eye makeup on the bottom and then pink up top. And she does have cat eyes, like her pupils, and I love the big thick eyebrows on her. I feel like they fit her super, super nicely. I like that she finally has a cat nose. Inexplicably, none of the Monster High Toralei dolls until the Garden Ghouls one had a nose, and that was a reboot doll, so it's a little weird. Well, they have a nose, but not like a cat nose. And then her lip color is a nice red, and her hair is gorgeous saran. Thank goodness. And I really love the blend of colors. It's very like Bloom from Winx Club, the color of it, but it's just red with some orange and then some pink mixed in. I really like this blend. I hope we keep seeing it with future Toralei dolls that they do, because this is actually the second reboot Toralei doll that we've seen. I just haven't been able to get a hold of the other one, unfortunately. I was so excited when I saw this while I was unboxing her. So her ears are so much more cat-like now. They're not just simple little triangle cartoon cat ears. They have so much more dimension. So they have like the outside, the inside has little fuzz in it, and the shape down here is like accurate to cats. This is so cool. I really hope we get more werecat characters in the reboot because I want to see more of this ear sculpt. It's adorable. Oh my god, look how cute she looks. I love you, Toralei. And then she has a black earring on one side and then gold earrings on the other sides. And there's this big top knot up top. And her hair is super well rooted into her head. I can't even find the scalp right now. Yeah, really, really well done. Beautiful, beautiful. Only the best for Toralei. Her Fear Squad uniform is actually two pieces. So we have this top piece, and it is completely separate from this bottom piece, which is a high-waisted skirt, and it's really cool. It looks like she like ripped her Fear uniform apart, and I like that they kept a similar design to the original, but they still changed it up quite a bit. And I also really like that it matches with Draculaura's without being identical. I don't mind when the Fear Squad uniforms are identical because, you know, they're cheerleading uniforms, but I really appreciate that they've given them a bit more identity for each character. And then you can see that she has a little collar with a bell on it. So cute. I love that detail. They really didn't have to do that. I absolutely love it. I can tell someone on the design team was like rooting for Toralei. They were like, put Toralei in this pack, put Toralei on the main characters, give her all these cool details, and it's so cool. I will say that the quality on this is not my favorite. This is a multi-pack though, so I can kind of see it, but this multi-pack is rounding out at about $20 per doll, so I wish there was a little bit more quality to this, but I understand why they didn't hem this because it's ripped up, but I feel like maybe there was a better way to do that. Everything is printed into the fabric. It looks okay though. It's not horrible, but just know if you were to buy this or if you're thinking about buying this, the quality of the material is not my favorite. And then the high-waisted skirt has these little black stripes on the red part. Also, the Fear uniform is like, the details aren't continuing onto the back, which is such a shame. And her little tail comes out. Oh my god. So the skirt is actually a lot better quality. It has these two ribbon trims and this little pleated area. Everything's still printed on other than the ribbon trims, but there is actually hemming at the bottom here. And I really like this. I think it looks super nice. And let's see her tail. I'm very curious about that. Oh, look at that. I thought they just kind of like put the Velcro on around it, but they actually cut a hole. Pretty cool. So I just cut away because I was trying to remove the tail just to see if it comes out, and I couldn't really get it to come out, but I didn't want to pull too hard and break my doll. I'm gonna have to figure that out later, but just know I think it's not meant to be removable. Anyway, though, they did update the tail sculpt, which I was not expecting, so it's a little bit fluffy on the end. And it seems to be longer as well. Definitely longer. Pretty cool. And they did give Toralei a new sculpt, so she has little fur around her wrists, and I believe her ankles too, we will see, and her hands have little claws on them. Of course, she doesn't have the stripes on her arms like she used to, but she does have the calf stripes on one side. So her design was updated a little bit, but not a whole lot. Okay, I'm gonna put her back on the stand. This is a stand that I bought separately. These dolls unfortunately do not come with stands for some reason. Moving down, she is wearing yellow socks that are actually quite nice. They're made out of a wonderful fabric, and they even have this little elastic band at the top, which helps hold them up. I really like these. Oh, how interesting. They're actually leg warmers. Well, that's even better to me. I actually really like that. Her sneakers are white and orange, of course, and the treads have these cool claw, like scratch designs. And those same like scratch stripes are on the sides. And yeah, these are pretty cool. I like these a lot. I wanted to check the ankle. Yep, she has fuzzy ankles. So cool. I really like that because it makes the Claudine and Toralei and any other characters that are meant to have like fur, it makes it more obvious that they do. And you can see her little leg stripes too. Love it. Love it. And let me see if she still has heels. I imagine she does heeled feet. Yeah, so this is what the feet look like. They can basically wear any original Monster High shoes. Their feet are a little bit wide though, so it's a bit tricky. And in my Draculaura and Cleo reviews, I show that in more detail if you'd like to see that. Since this is a review of a 6-pack, I can't go fully in depth on like the clothes swapping of each one. But if you guys want to see a video just about that, please let me know and I'll do it. I really like these. I do miss those ridiculous Fear Squad heels that they had with the, you know, in the original Fear Squad, but like these make more sense. It's fine. And now let's take a look at her Megaphone. So the original Megaphone was made out of a different material than this for sure, and it was pink and it did not have any printing on it. I love that it's shaped like a skelet, by the way. So cool. And it says Monster High in yellow, interestingly enough, and it's like kind of an indigo-y purple color. And yeah, pretty cool. I have a cheer Megaphone and these are super annoying, so I think Toralei is the perfect character to be holding this. All right, this is how Toralei can use the Megaphone. The placement of the handle is not the best for actually having this upright, but I managed to get it to work. Anyway, she's going to call for Draculaura. Can Draculaura please come to the stand? All right, so next we're going to be looking at Draculaura. She was the next one in the packaging, at least I'm pretty sure she was. Either way, she is my second favorite probably from this pack. And she is not playing nice with the white balance. Okay, so I do already have a Draculaura G3 doll, and oh my god. This one is so cute too. Let me go get my other one real quick, actually. All right, so I brought over my other G3 Draculaura, which is like the deluxe one, to show you. So they are actually quite different. So they have a pretty different lip color, and then the eye makeup is actually quite different as well. So you can see this is Ghoul Spirit. And I love the split hair thing that Draculaura has now. I think it's really cool and suits her very nicely, but it's really cool to see on the Ghoul Spirit doll, the original like hair blend. So cool. Draculaura looks so cute in her little Fear uniform. I love it. The one thing I will say though is that I wish she had sleeves like the other Fear Squad Draculaura. Like I feel like that was just so cool, but it's okay. She's so cute. I love that having her hair pulled back like this really emphasizes her big adorable elf ears. I love the new Draculaura design so much. Like I think she's my favorite overall in doll form, since the only one that I don't have yet is Laguna, and I guess Ghoulia, but we haven't even seen Ghoulia yet. But look at her, she's so cute! So, I mentioned this earlier, but I love that she now has like the original blend of hair colors, and check out her eyebrows under here, by the way. So cute. Sorry, I just love her so much, and her eye makeup is just pink all around. It looks really, really good. She looks so good. And she has a much more hot pink lip color, which actually doesn't super match with everything else, but it doesn't bother me or anything. I don't think it's distracting. And her hair is pulled up into a ponytail. It's absolutely saran, and she has this little, like, kind of vampire-shaped bow. That's all I can describe that as. I assume it's based on, like, bat wings. And yeah, so her rooting pattern is actually quite sparse. I figured it was because she has very thin, like, it's a very thin ponytail. It seems like that's what they were going for. They didn't want her to have a super thick ponytail, but if you wanted to restyle this doll, I would probably recommend waiting to get a different Draculaura to restyle, because she doesn't have a lot of hair on her head, basically. Let's move down and take a look at her dress. So hers is actually one piece. It's just a dress, and it's not as nice of quality as Toralei's. I'm not going to lie to you. It doesn't have any trims. It is hemmed here, but not up top, and everything is printed on. I do like this weird black dripping thing. Details do not continue onto the back. I can forgive that if they only really do it on like budget Monster High dolls for G3, but it's obviously not my favorite, and I'm going to point it out when I see it. Love the pom-poms. They're very heavy though, and they've put them on the doll this way, so I imagine this is the best way to do it, but like, look how heavy they are. They cause problems for the dolls, unfortunately, in terms of the dolls actually holding them, but they're so cute. I'm going to leave them rubber banded on for now, but I'm going to take them off in a minute. But I do appreciate this because, again, the others, like the other fear-leading Monster High dolls that we've had in the past, just come with pieces of cardboard, like flat pieces of cardboard. So anything is better. Also, I really like the box pleat on the skirt. Very, very cute. Very well done, too. And the shoes, which are little sneakers with hearts and little bat hearts. And let's see if there's anything on the sole of the shoe. Oh, yep. Little bat hearts. So cute. And she, of course, has the same foot sculpt as all of the others. They all do share a foot sculpt, to my knowledge. Pretty cool. And I wanted to point this out now, by the way. Again, they don't come with stands, which, if they came with stands, I honestly would not be as critical of the price. We'll get there. She actually has a chest joint. I wanted to point that out in case you're not super familiar with the new Monster High dolls. They actually all have a chest joint, which is amazing. That is something I always really wanted in the original Monster High dolls, and a couple of them do have it, like from Great Scary Reef, but it's so cool to see it like consistent in these now. It's really exciting for me. Okay, let me see if you can like, so you could position the pom-poms more like that. So that's an option, or I guess it would need to be like, I'm leaving the rubber bands because I feel like they'll just fall right out if I don't. So see, if you want her to hold it like a pom-pom, it's just that the wrists are a little bit too limp because these are heavy. I think they maybe could have made them hollow and that would have helped. Anyway, that's Draculaura. She's so, so cute. I really, really like this doll. I think all the reboot Draculauras are so solid. There's been like 3 of them revealed so far and they're all amazing. All right, next we're going to be looking at Frankie Stein. This is my first Frankie Stein reboot doll, and they look so good in the reboot. I think their face is so, so cute. I will say, though, as much as I'm not a big fan of the side shave, I'm okay with it, but if you've ever had a Monster High doll that has a side shave, like Venus with Flytrap, they always have flocking, which is basically just really small fuzz that they glue on. Unfortunately, this is just sculpted plastic, which is not my favorite. I don't know. It's fine. I don't hate it that much, but come on, Mattel, like, y'all, why didn't you do the flocking? I'm pretty sure they still do flocking with Barbie, at least sometimes, so I was so sad to see that this was just plastic. But this doll looks amazing. I love their face. I really appreciate that they have, like, pink and green, like, 2 different eyeshadows to kind of match with the heterochromia. So, so cool. I like the little face paint because they're just in the crowd cheering for their friends. This lip color is actually gorgeous. I really, really like it. And then there's little scar stitched up here and the neck one as well. No bolts anymore though. So Frankie's skin tone and the presence of bolts and stuff has changed because Mattel was worried about getting sued by Universal, it seems, which is a shame. And then Frankie has a good amount of hair on their head, and I'm really glad it fell. I'm really glad to see a short hairstyle. It's kind of medium length, but it's pretty cool. And yeah, I feel like Frankie had a lot of really nice dolls that had shorter hair, or at least the ones that did have shorter hair were like really strong designs that were very iconic. So it's cool to see one done this early on. Even if they made Toralei have longer hair, I'm sure they're going to do shorter hair Toralei dolls, but like it's cool to see Frankie be the one with the short hair. And their hair is mostly saran. I've heard rumors that this blue is polypropylene. It does feel different than the rest of the hair. It's weird to me to do the doll in like saran and then just randomly put polypropylene in one color. I wonder why they did that. But it's in the back. I don't really care that much. And the hair is so soft. Their hair, by the way, the ones that have saran have this like styling wax in it that is so, so nice and makes the hair look and like behave so nicely. I really like it. And then Frankie has one earring, this green one. On the other ear, they do not, which is also an interesting choice. I love the big ears, by the way, so cute. And this little eyebrow piercing, which is a cool detail. It's like stamped on, but I don't know, it looks pretty 3D. I think they did a good job. The outlines are a bit cartoony, but they are cartoon dolls, so I can forgive it. Frankie is wearing this really nicely patterned, and by patterned I mean like the construction of the outfit. It's really well done. So this is a big oversized sweater, and I really like this. The fit of it is so nice, and as you can see, like, I'm really impressed with this piece. I think it fits super nicely. I like that everything continues onto the back. Frankie is now T-posing, and although this isn't like a separate fabric as a trim, I really appreciate that they did something up here to make this less, because most of the details are just printed onto the fabric, so I appreciate that they added some dimensionality up here and at the ends, at the wrists as well. And then underneath, they are wearing this really high-waisted skirt. It's black and pleated, and it has this little green stripe, which is printed on again. It would have been cool if it was like a ribbon or something, but it looks good. You know, it's doing its job well. And it's a really nice piece. I didn't actually expect it to be so high-waisted. And I love that the oversized sweater kind of goes so far down on this. I think this is a really cool silhouette that Monster High hasn't really explored before, so it's really neat. Frankie now has a prosthetic leg, and since they're the child of Frankenstein's monster, it's really cool. I feel like it fits really well, and the bolts are here. this is just so neat. And they have decorated this, so it looks like maybe they got bored in class or something and started doodling on their leg, which I love. So it says Frankie. It's got like a light bulb, a little lightning bolt, this Frankie skelett, this little heart with stitches, and this lightning bolt. It's so cool. And then their other leg has stitches on it. And if we move down, we can see the shoes. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely hate these. But they go well with the outfit, but like I would never, ever, ever find a use for these. They are horrendous. They're just this like obnoxious electric green with lightning bolts and then lightning bolts on the treads. And then I wanted to take this one off because I'm just curious about how the foot of the prosthetic leg is. All right, so cool. The sculpted details on this are amazing. And the like gears here and the little articulation point, pretty cool. Not actually articulated, but you know, it's like sculpted like it would be in life, as real life as you can get for these Monster High dolls. Frankie looks so cute. And then they have this little foam finger. It's not foam, it's like a nice gummy plastic, and it's black. It's got little blue nails and then a blue Monster High logo, and it slips onto their hand really easily actually, and it has this so it can expand a little bit, but yeah, easy. Cool. All right, let's move on to Claudine. The next doll we're going to be looking at is the main character herself, Claudine, and she is on the basketball team, so she's in her basketball uniform, and I'm very confused because she's the new main character, I'm pretty sure, but her dolls seem to be getting kind of shafted, and let me explain. So if you're not super, like, in the know about doll stuff, there's different hair types. There's nylon and saran that are generally favored and generally, like, higher quality, higher price point dolls will have, and then there's polypropylene. Polypropylene is kind of one of the cheapest options, and most of these Monster High dolls actually have saran hair because that's kind of the Monster High standard. There was not a single original Monster High doll from G1 that did not have either saran or Connect-One, you know? So it's really weird that they're giving the main character, Claudine, this polypropylene hair. And as you can see, this is what a lot of people in the community will call box hair. And it's when it's just nowhere near the style that it's meant to be in, and you have to do a lot of work to get it to that style. So imagine as a kid opening your doll and not knowing, like, okay, I need to get a flat iron and do all this other stuff to get the hair to look the way it looks on the box. I don't know, it's just a bit disheartening. And as someone who was like 12 buying dolls that had polypropylene hair, it was not pleasant. So I hope that they do some Claudine dolls that have saran. It's just bizarre that they're doing polypropylene. The only explanation that isn't horrible to me is that maybe the color that they like is in poly. I have no idea. But anyway, this is what Claudine looks like. So Claudine has glasses now. She wears glasses, and these are her glasses from the set. They look more like sunglasses, but I can accept that they're like for sports. And it's funny because she doesn't really have ears. She just has these little fluffs on the side of her head to hold any like sunglasses or something on. And forgot to show you, but Toralei has them too. And that's pretty clever, I think. It's a good idea. And okay, let's reveal her face underneath the glasses. I really, really like Claudine's new face. So she has freckles, which is so cute. I love it. And I love her little nose and her little fangs. So, so cute. I think her eye color is really cool. The brown with like the yellow inside, and the like, it's not as much of like a pupil slit as Toralei's, but it's still not perfectly round. And I love the eyebrows too. This is what the hairline looks like. Claudine now has edges painted on, which is pretty cool. They are covered in this particular doll by this sweatband, which is really nice. It's made out of a really nice fabric, actually. It's not a fabric that I'm used to seeing on dolls, so it's pleasantly surprising. Man, poor Draculaura, it's really bothering me back there, but there we go. The hair is well rooted. If they're going to use a cheap hair, they at least have to put a good amount of it on the head, and they did. It is a middle part. And the ears are also a new sculpt shape. She dropped her casket ball, excuse her. New shape, different from Toralei's. I really like it, and a little fluff. So cool. Much more like, less cartoony, but still like cute and cartoony. I don't know how to describe it. And I really like these earrings. So this one is 2 crescent moons, and then this one is a little like spiked collar or something. Spiked bracelet, I don't know what you would call it. Spiked ring, spiked hoop, I don't know, with a little crescent moon. So cute. And then her casket ball uniform is very interesting to me, so let's move down to that. So it's actually a really cool piece in terms of like it has some little faux fur and I like the design. It's got serged edges, which is kind of fun, and I don't mind the printing on it either because it's a jersey and it's made out of a cool material too. But like then there's things like it's not hemmed, just weird things like that. But it is like on a jersey type of material, which is cool. I'm actually gonna have her put down her casket ball. It looks like this. Pretty cool. It's probably the same sculpt from the original casket ball from G1, but I don't mind that. Pretty cool. And she has a lot of cool accessories too. Like she has this little, I assume it's meant to be a sweatband, but it looks like it has like fur. And she has this little necklace on. It's gold and has a little crescent moon on it as well. And yeah, I really like this jersey, but it's just kind of weird that it's not hemmed, but it's like a good material and stuff. And it, you know, it conveys what I expect a jersey to convey, which is good. And then the shorts, which are like, they have stretchy waistband, and unfortunately things do not continue onto the back here either, except on the shorts. And then this actually fooled me. I thought that it was the same material as the headband because the color is so well matched and the sculpt is pretty good, but it's not. It's just a little plastic thing, but pretty cool. And she can still, I mean, kind of bend her leg while that's on. And then she has little leg warmers, again, not socks. I wonder if they intended for them to be socks and then they realized that they didn't sculpt the shoes big enough to accommodate socks. That's my theory. But I actually like them better as leg warmers. It makes them more versatile, and I can't wait to use those with some heels or something. I think that'll be awesome. And her shoes are white with orange details and little orange crescent moons and a crescent moon on the bottom. I really like these. I can't wait to see more like high concept Monster High shoes because that's always what was like so fun about the original Monster High dolls, but I can respect more simple shoes or like more practical shoes sometimes. I just hope we start seeing the really exciting sculpts soon too. All right, so now it's time to take a look at Cleo. The next doll we're going to be looking at is Cleo, and she looks so cute in this pack. She's so interesting, and I am familiar with Reboot Cleos already because I have the like deluxe version of her as well, so I only had the deluxe versions of Cleo and Draculaura, and I really like this new Cleo. I like that the hair blend is very different actually. It has a lot less of that lighter like tealish blue, and it has tinsel still, which is pretty cool that they're doing that even in this like kind of budgetier pack. And her hair is super densely rooted on her head, and her hair is extremely soft, wonderful saran with that like, it looks like slightly wet, and I've had people comment about that. It's wax. It's some kind of like styling product that they put in, and I actually love it. It makes the hair so much less prone to tangling and stuff. Okay, so this Cleo's gotten a lot of flack online, and I understand why, because Cleo's very much like a glamorous ghoul, and she would never wear like little goofy headband and stuff, and this outfit is not very her. But in my mind, like, think the concept of like either, I don't think it's for Deuce because they like broke up or something in this canon, I'm not sure. But like she's out here supporting her friends and she doesn't care how goofy she looks because she's just here to support like Claudine and Deuce playing basketball. Like, I don't know, I think that's really cute. Or she's supporting the Fear Squad. I am worried that she doesn't seem to be the Fear Captain anymore, but she might still be. They might have just wanted 2 characters to be supporters and 2 characters to be fear leaders because it's like 2-2-2, so I don't know. Which is probably why Toralei was included in this pack and not Laguna, which I'm happy about. Even though I love Laguna, Toralei's my favorite, so I was really, really happy when pictures of this pack finally came out and Toralei was the mystery 6th character. I was like, yes, yes! And then, surprise, it was Deuce instead of Laguna. I don't know. Anyway, she has this little, like, I don't know what to call this, like a headband with boppers on it that would like go back and forth in reality, and it's gold. It says Monster High on one, or MH, it's the MH logo, and then a skelette on the other. It's pretty cute. I really like how many of them actually came with earrings in this pack. It's just Draculaura and Deuce that didn't. These ones are super cool though. I really like these. I have absolutely no clue what they're supposed to be though, so if you know, please let me know. Her makeup is actually quite different from the original as well. The original has kind of just a flat stamped makeup with a little bit of shimmer, but this makeup, it's also stamped obviously, but it has so much more shimmer and like sparkles to it. It's really interesting. I really like it. She's so cool. She's so cool. I really, really like the new Cleo dolls. I feel like in Generation 1 of Monster High, for the most part, Cleo generally, like, I wasn't a big fan of her face, but I feel like they just did so well in G3, and I'm so excited about it. G2 Cleo I also really, really like. And then, okay, this dress is very strange to me because it's very Barbie. I don't hate it by any means, but it's extremely Barbie. But it's okay. So it's pretty fitted also. I didn't notice that until I kind of took this jacket off a little bit more. But it's made out of this fabric that is very Barbie. It says Monster 13 high, and I believe this is ironed on somehow, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's just printed directly onto the fabric. Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't continue onto the back. The coat is fantastic though. I love this teal color. It's beautiful. It has, this like white going around, and the reason it doesn't continue on the back with this design is because it seems to be intentional. I don't know. And then it has this like cool hieroglyphics fabric on one side. I love the see-through arms on this. So cool. And Monster High in foil there. I really like it, and I like the idea of having like a varsity jacket for this. I don't know. I'm a big fan of this Cleo. I think this one's so cool. And if you want to see more information on Cleo, like just a more in-depth review, you can see like how her body is and what dolls she can share clothes with. Check out my review of this doll, which will be linked in the description. And then let's move down a little more so we can see her shoes, and you can see her leg has bandages, which is super cool. I love these shoes. These are really, really cool. So they have painted kind of like azure colored toe caps, and then they're gold. Is there anything on the treads? Yes, there is. There's scarabs on the treads and these little eyes. So cool. So cool. These shoes are really neat. And these are probably, out of all the Monster High dolls that I have so far, which is this Fear Squad pack, or sorry, not Fear Squad pack, this Ghoul Spirit pack, and then these two are the most like, oh, I'm seeing like the old Monster High shoes trickle back in, which is very fun. These are very cute. And also, this flag, this is what she comes with, and I like that it has this like painted on detail. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Most of these seem to be like reused sculpts from Generation 1, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I do not mind it. They're just fun accessories. And why bother like retooling and resculpting something when you have the exact thing that will work perfectly for your purposes? All right, so now let's get Deuce out of here. This poor thing. I need to take the mask. So am I wrong? It has like, to me, this implies that it's a mask, but he's like holding it in the like picture on the box, so I don't really know, but it's pretty cool. If it is meant to be a mascot mask, that is so much fun. It's kind of weird that Deuce would come with it though, because it seems like Deuce is like on the basketball team as well. Wouldn't it be confusing also when you're playing the game that like one of your teammates is wearing purple, one's wearing green? I can't imagine what the others on the team are wearing. Anyway, this is what Deuce's face looks like. I love that they leaned into the like Dawn of the Dance combed over snakes thing, and look at the sculpts on these snakes. Amazing. Look at them. So he actually has 7 snakes on his head, if you were ever wondering. And yeah, this is pretty cool. It is actually like, mine's kind of peely, like you can see. I tried to put the sunglasses on him also, and I couldn't get them on under here. So I don't know if that's why they didn't give him sunglasses. Maybe he's wearing contacts. Like, I want to know what the in-canon explanation for this is. Or maybe he can just choose to turn people to stone. But I thought the story in Generation 1 with the sunglasses was actually like really cool and clever in the way they used it in that like really sad episode too. Pretty cool. He's got these like face paint things. I think those are generally for football, but maybe they're just for sports in general. I like his eyes too. They're kind of slits again in the pupils, kind of like a snake would have. And I love these like super feathered out eyebrows. Really cool. And the lips have a nice color. I like it. And then, okay, this jersey is so ugly, but like, I understand what, like, I'm not mad about it. I don't think the designers did a bad job, but like, Lord, I hate it. So it has the big Monster High crest right here. It's got these snakeskin sleeves, and this is actually a nice quality piece. Like, it has this purple fabric that's being used as a trim and a collar here and on the wrists, which is really nice. I like it. And then the shorts are like not a nice material at all, but look at this. This stitched on detail. Pretty cool. I like this snake a lot. This like printed on purple snake. It's kind of designed like a coral snake, but in purple. Pretty cool. And the black and green stripes on the other side. I wonder why he doesn't have any like scales or anything on his skin, because all these other dolls got like, other than Draculaura obviously, but like everybody else got cool, more like monsterified body sculpts, but it seems like Deuce did not. But maybe it's because they were like not putting as much money and effort into the boy dolls, which makes sense, I guess. And then sculpted on socks, barf, hate it. And I also hate that they didn't paint the socks a different color than the shoes. But I do really like the sculpted snakes. I might just cut these socks off because I really like these shoes with these snakes on them. And the bottom also has snakes on it. I love that I'm just peeking at the treads to just see if maybe there's a design, and every single time I leave happy. There's always a fun design on it, which I was not actually expecting originally, so pretty cool. All right, so that's it. That's every doll in this pack. I'm thoroughly impressed with this pack. I understand that doll prices and like the supply chain and everything has gone up in value lately. Like, I'm not naive to that fact, but it is sad to see that these dolls cost double what, say, the Gloom Beach 5-pack costed, and the material quality isn't all there, and Claudine having polypropylene hair is not my favorite, but overall, the quality of this pack, I don't mind. Like, in terms of how dolls not made by MGA are on the market right now, and if you consider that MGA's dolls are now, like, minimum retail at, like, $35 to $40 for LOL, OMG, and Rainbow High, I find these to be reasonably competitive based on the simple fact that Monster High is mostly meant to be, like, concept-driven and, like, story-driven and stuff. It's not... Monster High was never the highest quality doll on the market. People really hate to hear that, but I'm not using that to defend this. I do wish that they had a bit better quality here and there. But overall, I think the designs are really fun. There's a few things that I found slightly questionable. Like Deuce's jersey is not to my taste, but I don't think it's bad by any means. Cleo's dress is weird to me because it's very Barbie, but I guess that kind of suits her. I don't know. Frankie's outfit, I think, is the best one. I feel like they knocked their style out of the park. Like, I feel like this is so Frankie in, like, a new way, in a new exciting way, and they look superb. I think the overall best looking doll in this set is probably Frankie, in my opinion. The best piece, like the best clothing piece out of all of them, though, is definitely Cleo's jacket. It's amazing, so I can forgive how much I dislike the dress, honestly. This pack is adorable. I'm really glad that I bought it, and I'm so excited about Toralei being included. Oh, okay, so these dolls retail for like $120 in this pack, so we're gonna give them about a $20 price point each, right? These are our budget dolls. You can tell. When you compare this Draculaura to this one, in terms of accessories and quality of the doll, it's not close. So this doll retails for $25. This doll is retailing for $20, technically. That's weird to me, and normally the thing that's crazy about that too is that when you order a multi-pack, you're supposed to be getting a deal. Like, you're supposed to be getting a better deal because you're buying them in a pack. That's kind of how that works. So I'm not really sure about the price of this pack. Potentially it could change, though, because these weren't supposed to be released. It was an accident that they ended up for sale on the Walmart website and got shipped out, so there's that. But it's kind of weird to me that this doll comes with way more clothing, way more accessories, has better quality overall, but is $5 more than this doll in terms of the actual retail. But this pack is super fun and cute, but in the original Monster High especially, they kind of set the precedent for having, like, this 3-pack is $40 or $30 or however much it was, and, like, yeah, because I believe the Werecats Fear Leading pack was actually $40, right? I remember getting a voucher because one of mine came... or my Toralei broke, and Mattel, like, gave me a voucher, even though, like, I'm pretty sure my brother broke her, and it wasn't Mattel's fault, but they still did that, and I'm pretty sure it was for $40, I don't remember. I bought Scooter Gulio with it, though, I do remember that. So you would get 3 dolls plus a bunch of accessories for less than you would have spent getting 3 separate dolls, which would have been either $15 each for $45, or $20 to $25 each for $60 plus, you know? But these are very, very cute, and I really, really like them, and I'm just so happy Monster High is back, and these are great dolls. I think they're great, and I'm really grateful that Mattel is, giving them the quality that they're giving them, because I was very worried because of what happened with Cave Club, which Cave Club dolls are actually really good quality, and they were such a good price point. I think that they were very, very mistreated by the doll community at large. They were fantastic. Even if you don't like the designs, their like quality was undeniable, but they did have polypropylene hair, which was bleh. But yeah, I think I would give this pack like a solid 7 out of 10 right now. For the fun factor, for the designs, for the overall quality, If I consider the price point and the lack of stands and Claudine having polypropylene hair, I think I would actually put it probably at a 6 out of 10. If they came with stands, I think 7 out of 10 would be very well earned. If Claudine did not have polypropylene, I would put it at an 8 out of 10. So yeah, I don't normally rank things out of 10, but anyway, for real this time, we're done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!